guys, here we are. Welcome to the show. I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Thank you for joining me. We are today at the Bellevue Beach Club in Port City, Colombo. There we are. There is Colombo right over there, as you can see that over there in the background. So this is the Port City. So those of you who don't know what is Port City is a man-made island, like the Dubai Islands, if you think about that. So all of this that you see behind me is all man-made. So previously, there is the city. That's downtown Colombo. All of this is brand new. Well, I mean, it's a couple of years old, but they built this up and they're building this huge city, or hoping to build this huge city. Some of the things that happened here was that it was part of the cause of the financial crisis. So they have a lot of events here. So the beach club, I actually have been a few times before. I know the owners, they're French, they're really nice people. So I came here today to hang out and chill out. And part of the thing I said is I wanted to reward myself. So rewarding yourself is part of the thing that I was talking about before. Doing things that reward you keeps you sane. Wow, there was some good party here last night. Look at all this. They have these beach parties and it looks really nice. Like it would be a fun event if I could get a VIP table. So as you can see, this is a sheltered bay, and the marina is behind this wall over here. And again, as you can see, that's downtown Colombo in the background, and it goes all the way around. And over to this side is more like open space where they're going to build condos and business park. And according to the news that I saw yesterday, they're going to build a Big Ben type tower to rival Big Ben. And they're going to spend millions and millions of dollars on this thing. So as a tourist attraction. So here they've got a lot of great things, you know, it's really a nice place. But today I'm going to talk to you about why was my divorce the best thing ever. We're going to talk about that right after this. So guys, a lot of you don't know me, but I'm Sri Lankan Sammy. I'm a Canadian citizen, Sri Lankan citizen, living in beautiful sunny Sri Lanka, semi-retired. And I live here with my senior parents. My parents are in their late 80s. And I want to talk to you about the things in my life that have affected me, like that have made me who I am and resulted in why I am here today. So if you watch my videos, or if you've tuned in as a new subscriber, I truly appreciate that. Please click the like button, subscribe, and click that bell icon so that you know when a new video is out. I do videos on Mondays and Fridays. I do live stream on Wednesday and Sundays. I may be doing more later. But I'm not here as a vlogger for travel or tourism or anything. I'm not here as a vlogger for helping you realize what you should do. I'm here to tell you what you shouldn't do, or to tell you what I did, like the mistakes I made, like the things that I did that caused me to end up being here. So maybe it'll help you. I hope so. If it does, click the link and comment. Let me know what you think. Do you have any questions? Do you have any comments? Do you have any criticism? I'm always happy to answer because I want my channel to be a place of communication for our friends. So I'm 56 years old. In Canada, I grew up as a Canadian citizen and I got married. So I started dating my ex-wife when I was about 28, 29. And our relationship lasted about 10 years. And in that 10 years, we had a great marriage. From the time we started dating till the time we divorced was about 10 years. So we ended up, no kids, thank goodness. But it was amicable. There was no issue. It was just that we grew apart. And I think the reason was I was not happy and she was 11 years younger than me. I kind of settled. And I say that looking back, I had got a promotion and she was just finishing university. I got this promotion, huge promotion in my job. Like we're talking career changing. I went from employee to junior executive. And what eventually would have happened was I was on the path to executive. So I would have, I was on that path to becoming an executive because they promoted me and they said they would send me to school to get my MBA so that I could become an executive. I said, damn right. And the money was huge back then. I don't remember how much it was, but it was huge. So I was dating my ex-wife at the time and we were living in downtown Toronto. She's a Canadian girl. And so I was like, we had a good relationship. There was nothing wrong with it. We were at that time, we were living together. Yeah, we were living together at that time for almost 2 years. So I said to her, why don't you come with me? I couldn't break up with her. We were living together. So it was just like a natural progression. But the problem is that she was not fulfilled. She went from her father's house to my house. And when she came to my house, I was already an independent man. So, I did what I wanted. I knew how to live. I knew how to do things. I had a way of doing things. She had no idea. She didn't know how to do taxes or anything like that. Relied on me for doing everything. I made way more money than she did. So the bottom line is that, she went from her father's house to my house. And that's where it started going south. Once we bought a house and moved, then the idea was like, I'm the one who knows everything. And then she's like trying to, she had input, etc. But it was like, yeah, your input is not always appreciated. And I think that was my problem, was that I was not open to someone else's opinion, even though it was a partnership. So I didn't kind of like compromise. So that was why marriage was a mistake for me. Marriage was a big mistake for me. Now, why was divorce the best thing for me? Well, divorce was the best thing for me because it freed me. It allowed me to make the decision after about a year after the divorce. I was about 38, 39. A year after the divorce was 2007, the financial crisis. I wasn't happy with my job. I hated everything. I hated my life. I wasn't happy. And that's when I made the decision to go to Korea. Hey guys, Sri Lankan Sammy, thanks for joining. I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about the channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to support the channel, clicking like, sharing, and commenting, but I need to ask you for a little bit of help and helping me get the channel up and running a little bit better. Please click the link down below if you want to support the channel and buy me a coconut. What I will do is I will match the dollars and I will go out and buy fresh fruit and vegetables from local farmers on the roadside. You guys have seen me do that before. I'll continue doing that by supporting the local economy. Passively, if you would like to, you can just watch a commercial. I am monetized, so if you watch an ad all the way through, a couple, that would really help the channel, and even more so, click the link of the ad and let it pop up on your computer. Leave it open for a few minutes. That would really help the channel passively. And one last thing, if you could please just put a comment, an emoji, one word saying hello, saying hi, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Vesak, Happy Poya, whatever it is, whenever it is, I truly appreciate it. Sri Lankan Sammy, loving you all. We'll see you all on the other side. Why Korea? Well, that was the thing that somebody, a good friend of mine, said you should come out here. With your educational background and your resume, you can get a good job here. And I was always happy being outside of Canada. That was another thing, the reason why the relationship didn't work was because I wanted to move to Vancouver. I wanted to move to America. I wanted to move outside of where we were to get a fresh start, get away from my past, take advantage of some business opportunities, some career opportunities, but she didn't want to. And I understand why. I mean, she was very close to her mom. But that drove a wedge. I wasn't the one who divorced. She's the one who came and said, we need to end. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I didn't fight it because she's an intelligent woman. She had been thinking about that for a long time. And afterwards, we were amicable. I mean, there was a couple of months where we didn't talk. I was a little stressed because she didn't know how I would react. Afterwards, after we became friends again, she was like, I was shocked. She said, I was shocked at how easy it was. And I said, what, do you think I was going to cause problems? She goes, yes. She goes, because you're very, she didn't say emotional. She says you fly off the handle easily. I'm like, I go, is that? And she goes, no. I didn't mean like that. It's like when you get frustrated, you get vengeful. And I'm like, I see. I said, no. I said, that's with people I don't care about. With you, I just want you to be happy. There's no reason. You're not cheating on me. I'm not cheating on you. You don't hate me. It just didn't work out, right? If you order pork chops and you don't like pork chops after trying it once, twice, 3 times, do you keep ordering pork chops? No. So she goes, I go, do you hate me? She goes, no, I still love you. And I'm like, okay, great, no problem. So it was very amicable. Even up until like a year or so later, we were still hanging out. We were still going out. We were still, you know what I'm talking about. Because after 10 years, come on. You're comfortable with one human being for 10 years. So, and we lived close to each other. We lived like 5 minutes away from each other. So we were always together. I remember one time we went to a comedy show and we were in the front row and the comedian goes, oh, you guys on a date? I go, no, this is my ex-wife. And he's looking at me, he's like, your ex what? I go, my ex-wife. Because you guys are out together? I'm like, yeah. It's just like, he had nothing. he couldn't figure anything out. It was hilarious. But, our families were okay with it because it was amicable. It was a mistake. Not a mistake. It didn't work out and, whatever. I wish her well. I haven't spoken to her in, I'm going to say 15 years. I have no idea what's going on in her life. I couldn't care less. But why was divorce the best thing for me? Because it gave me the freedom as an adult And I'm not saying as an 18-year-old, because you're an adult at 18, but you're not actually an adult. I'm going to say as a man, as a 40-year-old man who has experienced financial, emotional, physical changes, hardships, successes, I figured out where I needed to be. So being divorced gave me that kick in the butt that allowed me to say, all right, you know what? I have no anchor. I have nothing. I have no kids. I have no responsibilities. I have nothing. I can just get up and go, and that's exactly what I did. I got divorced in December, like legally divorced a year later in December. And I was actually on vacation in Cuba, and it was hilarious because I'm on the beach in Cuba and I got a text message from my ex saying, oh, by the way, the paperwork came in, we're legally divorced. I've got the signed paperwork by the judge. And I turned to the two girls I'm with who were fraternal twins, and I said, oh, by the way, I'm legally divorced now. And they're like, congratulations. I had a fun night that night. I'm telling you that. I had a fun night that night. But I was free. I had no obligations to anyone. I had no obligation to tell anyone what to do or ask permission or ask, like, what do you think I should do, etc. I did what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And I wasn't happy in Canada. Was not happy. The day I landed in Korea, within 3 days, I knew that this was the place I was going to be forever. And it was the best decision I ever made. Now, is it the best decision for you? I can't say that. But what I'm going to say is, the point I'm trying to make is, why was this the best decision for me? Because it gave me the freedom. It gave me the freedom to explore options. And everything I always say this, okay? I always say this. The first step is the hardest step. Taking that first step to change is one of the hardest things. And as you guys know, I do life coaching. And every single person I've spoken to, the underlying issue that they have is the fear of that first step. That fear of that first step is what's holding them back from going and getting what they want. So that is an underlying theme that I have seen with every single person I've spoken to. Everyone I've always talked to, everyone I've always interacted with, all the people who tell me, Sam, oh, you know, this, that, and the other thing. Even my friends, even Lady Sarah, she has this, we have this societal fear that if we take that step and we screw up, what are we going to do? Well, if you get married and after 10 years you screw up, you're 45 years old. You're unmarriable after that, or very difficult to get married after that. All right? Especially if you're female, it's much harder, especially if you have kids. A man, it's a little bit easier. You know, I've dated women more than half my age, 30 years younger than me. And it was great. I mean, I met Lady Sarah when she was 22. One of my friends one of the girls I dated, I was 40 and she was 22. I mean, I didn't go after her, it just happened. You know, I met her and we connected. But it's so much easier for an older guy to date a younger woman as it is for an older woman to date a younger guy, especially if you have kids. It's just the way society is. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying it's hard. It's not easy. So I'm talking about what it is for me. Me specifically, why was divorce the best thing? It freed me up. It let me go. It let me go and do what I wanted to do. It let me be the man I wanted to be. Marriage, if I could go back, I probably would not have gotten married. Now, if I hadn't gotten married, I don't think I would be here today. I would still be in Canada had I not been married. So that's something to think about. Guys, I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. Always be good to each other. And before we see you on the other side, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share, click that bell icon, and let me know what you think in the comments. We'll see you all on the other side.